For more on the recent developments in the Edward Snowden case, I'm joined by Darren Kavinoky, an attorney in California who specializes in extradition law. Thank you so much for joining us, Darren. My first question to you is, based on these recent charges, if you represented Edward Snowden, how would you legally advise him?
Well, this is a very, very complex matter, and obviously I'm not privy to all of the real inside information. The first thing to do when you're representing any client is be able to begin that dialogue that is unique to the client. But all of that said, and as your reporter so correctly illustrated, this is a situation that at its best could take months, more likely could take years. And part of the complexity is because of what Snowden is charged with in the United States. In order to even begin to talk about extradition, those have to be considered to be crimes in China. And as we just heard, these aren't exactly lining up. It is on the theft side, but not necessarily with respect to the rest of the case. And that could add to the complexity, could open up opportunities for Snowden to fight extradition from Hong Kong. And of course, there's also this other wild card that is some people regard Snowden not as a criminal, but as a hero. And there's already been support that's been garnered to try and get him to other places to avoid being sent back to the United States. So this is a very fluid, highly complex situation, not likely to resolve anytime soon.
Well, if he turns up anytime soon, what will happen to him as far as an extradition hearing? Will he be able to obtain representation there? What's the procedure? Will he have an attorney?
Oh, he will be he will be detained there. He will have an opportunity to challenge extradition. And normally, when we're talking about extradition, it's a far simpler matter where we're just simply talking about one lone issue. Is the person who's in custody the person who is sought? It's generally about the identification of the person that's now in custody. When we're talking about these international cases, though, it's an entirely different situation. And here he is lawfully in another country. And as far as that country is concerned, if he's not run afoul of laws how shall I state it, that if the indictment against him does not translate into the host country such that he's deemed to have violated laws there, then he can avoid that extradition simply on that basis alone. So again, this is something where even if he turns up, it's not likely that they're just going to put him on a plane and ship him back here. Just not how it goes.
But Darren, we're already, thinking that this could take months, even years. Could it be as simple as the type of visa that he has currently, despite whatever charges and warrants are out there? Could he be brought back based on how he's there in Hong Kong?
Well, his immigration status is obviously highly relevant, but given the international scrutiny that's now taking place regarding this case, it's not going to be that quick and easy. I mean, he could waive any challenge to extradition and voluntarily come back here. I don't think we're going down that path either. So it would appear, based on the fact that while he's been upfront about who he is, he's not just coming forward and laying himself at the feet of the authorities. So I really think that's a very unlikely situation.
All right. Darren Kavinoky,
and of course, Elaine, oh, you bet. I mean, let's not forget that really what's at stake here, with these charges, he's facing 10 years in federal prison on each charge. So he's got the potential of multiple decades spent in custody. I wouldn't expect him to be rushing into the arms of the law anytime soon.
And that's not to say the U.S. may not bring more charges against him. Darren Kavinoky, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us from Los Angeles.
Thank you.